I'm Officer Cleary with Milwaukee Police.
Would you give him 4?
Can you hear me?
Just see if it's like strap related.
You're going to be all right, buddy. Can you hear me?
Not thriving chronically, but there's no medical reason for him to be here anymore.
And it's all behavioral. Yep, 100% behavioral.
And he didn't want to leave. He wanted to stay here all night. And so that's how that went for him.
It's not really a medical problem. It's malingering.
It's not really a police problem. Yeah, it's not a police problem either. No, it's not.
Let me know when you want me to take it.
And hopefully we can take something away from that is that most people don't fake overdoses. This is not a particularly upbeat episode. We're going to be talking about a 26-year-old by the name of Jean DesCamps. Jean DesCamps unfortunately passed away in police custody a number of weeks ago. He was brought into hospital in the circumstances of an overdose. He was discharged from hospital into police custody. We're going to focus on the body cam footage of his last 68 minutes of life. Particularly sad, but hopefully there's some lessons from this.
Okay, so Jean DesCamps came in homeless, needed some cleaning up. He had feces all over himself. He showered in this bathroom right here. He's relatively okay on his feet.
He's been evaluated medically. There's no medical problems for him. This is a chronic problem. He's not thriving chronically, but there's no medical reason for him to be here anymore.
And it's all behavioral. Yep, 100% behavioral.
All right, so let's kind of break that down a little bit. First, not thriving chronically. Not thriving is typically a term we hear in pediatrics about a child that hasn't grown to their potential or their ideal weight. It's not generally something that we use about talking about an individual saying they're not thriving chronically. It's not a term I've ever heard before. I'm not sure who the police officer is speaking to. They're a nurse or a healthcare provider of some sort, could be the physician. When this individual says it's 100% behavioral, and this is a term we're going to get into, it's going to be mentioned a number of times in this, behavioral implying that it is, I think the individual might be conflating the term behavioral with malingering. Malingering is when somebody's faking it, like when my grandmother would wake me up for church at 8 o'clock on a Sunday morning and I would pretend to be half dead and unable to go to church, and then she would look in the door half an hour later and see me playing a video game. That is someone who is malingering. And I think the best description I could give in that is the distinction between malingering and behavioral is someone who's malingering is clearly focused on a secondary gain. So we have to try to draw a distinction between a legitimate overdose and somebody who is malingering and faking it. So this gentleman happened to be incontinent and was covered in feces as he was presented in hospital. I've never heard of anyone. I mean, it's possible to fake that. I guess it's not faking it. You could do that, but again, what is the secondary gain? And I don't think there really is a secondary gain in this case.
Hey, Jean. I'm Officer Cleary with Milwaukee Police.
Would you give him 4?
Can you hear me?
Just see if it's like strap related.
You're going to be all right, buddy. Can you hear me?
Police officers in a very difficult position because they're presenting in a hospital. They're being told that somebody has no medical problems, yet you'll see from a number of their comments that perhaps they have some concerns at what they're being told, but are you going to argue with the doctor? Are you going to argue with the hospital, say, well, actually, I think it is a medical problem? So I don't envy the position that these officers are in.
Hey, Jean, I'm Officer Campos, Milwaukee Police. So the thing is, you have a warrant, okay? So you can either go to the shelter or we can take you to jail. Which one do you want? Huh? But you can't stay here today. Can you tell me which one? Now's your time.
He's medically cleared, but his ability to walk is a little bit suspect. He's not real responsive, not real verbal, not answering a lot of my questions, or any of my questions, I should say. So I'm just trying to figure out whether or not you guys would, if he's medically cleared, would you take him? Would you be able to take him?
At this point, the police are calling the jail to see if they can even accommodate this individual because apparently he has an outstanding warrant.
Officer Cleary again, okay? I need you to listen to me if you can, all right, bud? So here's the deal. You can either go to the homeless shelter, all right? Or you can go outside and be cold, but you can't stay here, okay? You want to go to the, do you want to go to the homeless shelter? You want to go outside? Which one? What does that mean? Which one do you want? Because you can't stay in here anymore, okay? You've medically been released, so we got to get you out of here. So 3 Mary 2 to 1 Mary 5, I copy that. All right, let's get him out of here. All right, Gene.
You want to put him in cuffs?
Yeah, let's do that. Gene, we're going to sit you up, okay?
I think these fold down. I don't know how, so don't listen to me then.
There you go.
His foot.
Watch your leg, Gene. I'm going to pick your leg up, all right, bud?
You want to roll him off to this side?
Yeah. All right, come on, Gene. You ready? Can you stand up for me? I'll get you in this chair. All right, come
All
here,
right, Gene.
bud.
Come on. I need you to get up.
There you go.
There you go. Let's go. Your legs are good.
Should we just cuff him right here?
Might as well.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have to. Here. Gene.
I got him.
Falling head first. There you go. Just like that.
Watch your head, Gene.
There you go. All right. Let's get him. All right. Yeah, let's get him up. Come on, Gene.
All right, buddy. Let's sit you right here in this wheelchair. Watch your head. There you go, bud.
Sit him up.
Yep.
Here. There you go.
Let's get your feet up on here. If those things are tight at the bottom, that's all right.
Let's just get him up here.
Watch your feet, Gene. Gene, let's get your feet up on these things, all right, bud? There you go.
Okay.
Just hold him up for me real quick. Just up here. Kick to the face. There you go, bud. Keep your feet up on there. Keep your feet up on there for me, Gene. Watch your foot, bud.
Hey, Gene.
Keep your foot up.
This is difficult to watch. It's very difficult to watch. I find it hard to imagine that somebody would determine that this individual is getting some secondary gain from creating this and they're not legitimately going through an overdose. I think this person is not well. And I don't think that's just hindsight that we're able to say that with, and is clearly in an altered level of consciousness, clearly obtunded. Again, faking an overdose is kind of next to impossible, I think, really. I don't know anyone who's done it. I mean, I'm sure it's happened, but I just never heard of it.
Up on there.
It looks like you got enough strength to know what you're doing. Let's keep our leg on here for you. Thank you. Let's stop taking it off, okay? You have to put in the code. Yeah.
Thanks, Brian. Keep your feet up on there. Hey, Gene, keep your feet up on there.
I'm just gonna put them in the front.
Well, Melissa's right in sight, and we'll put them in there.
She's gonna write it?
Yeah, she's writing it for me. And then keep your foot up on there.
Watch your head.
Yeah, yeah. You do. Keep your foot up on there. So let's just wheel him over by the car.
To the car?
Yeah, to my rig.
The officer here seems to be getting frustrated with him. And again, given the context, a number of medical people have told these officers that this gentleman is feigning this is all an act. I'm not blaming the officer for thinking this, but it is possible they have a certain level of consciousness or someone who's going through an overdose, but and it can oscillate, right? So especially if someone's been given Narcan, so they will have an altered level of consciousness, and it can go up and down. Narcan just temporarily reverses an overdose. So if you got some relief from it at some point, then it can come back. You know, that's why somebody has to be monitored closely. Their vitals have to be monitored closely after an overdose.
1, 2, 3.
You gotta support his lower half.
Yeah.
Support his upper half.
Yeah, I got his upper.
Okay. Fucking there you go. Tim, support his lower half.
Okay, I got you.
Okay. There we go.
Let's get another leg. Gotta get that other leg.
You hold him.
I got you. I got you.
I'm gonna go on the other side. You got him?
Yep, I got him.
There we are. Now, let's get him strapped down good.
Yeah. Let me get this seat out.
Did the nurse give you his discharge paperwork?
I'll check and see it. Not yet, but
It's a very difficult section to watch here. It's hard to determine. I don't know if for anyone who's moved someone who's already passed away, like moved a body of someone who's deceased. I'm not saying this gentleman is deceased at this point, but we see no other signs of life from this point forward that I can distinguish in this video.
all right, you good?
You got it?
Yep, I got him. Okay, buddy, I'm gonna close the door. All right.
His upper half?
Yeah, I got the.
Nice and tight?
I think so. As good as I can get it.
I almost.
Good job.
We're not going to take him. He can't be on his own. We can't. Huh? Why is he being released?
He's doing it electively. He walked in here. He walked up. He had.
Okay, we're going to walk him to the front because we have no place to take him.
Bus station is fine.
We had him set up with a shelter, a cab to take him to the shelter, and he didn't want to leave. He wanted to stay here all night, and so that's how that went for him.
It's not really a medical problem. It's malingering.
It's not really a police
Yeah.
problem. Yeah, it's not a police problem either. No, it's not.
It's a community problem.
Could I get his discharge papers?
Um,
I think that we give it to him.
You couldn't have given it to him. I don't think. He couldn't
I
hold
can
on to
ask
anything.
Isaiah.
Could you? Thank you.
What is it that he's supposed to do? What is he asking about?
I just need his discharge papers.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Call Isaiah back.
Thanks, you guys.
Never mind.
He's pulling it. Thank you.
I'm going to break these down one at a time. He's doing this electively. He's leaving electively. He's not leaving electively. Just because somebody walks into a site on their own, this gentleman is not leaving electively. I think they're using behavioral and malingering interchangeably here, which they are absolutely not, and suggesting that he's just faking. And And there's no suggestion that he could be experiencing an actual overdose, right? Which, as it turns out, with the benefit of hindsight, we clearly see that. Sadly, we're in the last minutes of this young gentleman's life. We don't know what the workload is of the individuals here. A lot of our teams are in various medical sites are very overworked. I don't think that should excuse ignorance of some pretty basic stuff. There's this involuntary drool coming from his mouth. No secondary gain here, so so by definition, it isn't malingering, right? As far as I know, right? Again, not a physician here.
That other one. Thank you. Hey, Jean. Hey, Jean. Jean. Yep, I got it. Okay. He doesn't look at me. How's it going? Good. What do you need me to do?
Are you guys bringing a patient in?
Yeah.
All right. I'm probably just gonna screen them, check this stuff.
He's going to be unable to walk. He's going to need a wheelchair. He's in bad shape.
Okay.
POH?
Yeah, POH.
Yeah. Head to the A bay and then you can get him.
He's, he can't even he can't walk or anything.
Okay. We'll come get him with a ramp, but all POHs go through the A bay.
Okay, so what do I need to do? Just pull the car up there
Here,
in the A bay?
your partner can, and if you want to give info to patient access, they'll start checking them in.
Okay.
And they'll come get them.
Okay.
We'll probably walk out with them to bring them in.
Sounds good. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No worries.
You want to pull it into back it into A bay, and I'll get the paperwork started right here.
Back it up.
Okay.
What paperwork do they want?
Just I think they just want the medical, probably the medical history.
Okay. So they just give this to them.
Okay. Got it. Thanks, Brad. Hey, Gene, they're going to come get you, all right? Hey, Gene. Hey, Gene.
Let's get it out.
Okay. Hey, Gene. Hey, Gene.
Full pulse.
I got one.
Got one?
I think so, yeah. Hey, Gene. Hey, Gene. Boy, I don't know, Brad. I don't know. Look at his eyes. I don't know.
Bring her to break the unity and tell them we need some medical out here right now.
Hey, Gene. Boy, I think I feel it real faint. See if you got one. Yeah, I don't know. He's real non-responsive.
Get the cuffs off.
Okay. All right. Yep, I got you.
Bring her to CPR.
Let me know when you want me to take it. Yeah, it's not good.
If we can get some doctors or something out here, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I am a physician. I think we need to do it like this all my on this.
Let me know when you want me to go, Brad. I'm with him, I got it.
Got about another 30 seconds.
Okay. Come on, buddy.
Ready?
Yep.
Open great plastic case and peel off white adhesive pad. Look carefully at the pictures on the white adhesive pad. Peel one white pad from the gray tape.
Wow. Okay, that was really hard to watch. So this is a mental health facility that they brought him from a medical facility to a mental health facility under what was called a PHO, which is a discretionary thing that the police have in that state, which allows them to access this mental health hospital. The individual whose head was offshot, she said the police officer was doing CPR, asked for, can you get a doctor? The woman said, I am a physician. I suspect she was probably a psychiatrist, most likely in a mental health hospital. She said, well, we should call 911, which kind of just shows the desperation of where we're at here, because he just came from a hospital minutes earlier getting paramedics here. I suspect this gentleman was already deceased some time ago. And hopefully we can take something away from that, is that most people don't fake overdoses. Be mindful of that. I hope this was done respectfully enough to his family. Sorry if it was so graphic. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.